How's it going, everybody? I'm live. Like I said, I'm gonna start doing these more often. Shout out to YouTube or even giving us the opportunity or platform to do things like this. And I'm calling these food for thought. Somebody told me I should call these Thoughtful Tuesdays, but here I am. And as you can see, the title of my live tonight is Invest in Yourself, right? Now, one of the things that I know for a fact, a lot of the talk, popular talk nowadays is the economy, recession, depression, all kinds of different things, right? And I remember being younger back in 2008, and the recession hit then. And since I was so out of the loop, it didn't really affect me, so I didn't pay attention to it. And even though, and I know like in this new economy that we have now, and people talking about recessions, I'm not 100% sure how it affects the everyday life of the everyday person, right? If you don't pay attention to it, I'm not 100% sure if it really affects you or your daily life, right? And things that don't affect you, you find yourself almost living in a bubble slash ignorance is bliss, right? The reason that I bring this up is that sometimes by not knowing, you then, even though it may not hurt you, you didn't miss out on the opportunity to help yourself or change things in your everyday life. Meaning, in when a recession comes, or when it comes to the economy, stock markets, bitcoins, and things of that nature, there are people that are privy to information who know how to use the situation, whether it be good or bad, to benefit themselves, right? And one of the mottos or sayings when it comes to the economy, when it comes to investing, is sell high, buy low. The lower that you can buy into an investment or a stock, the better, because then you can buy it for cheaper. And if that individual stock or investment grows, your dollar grows with it, right? Now, with that being said, in a recession, things are going to be as low, if not like low as there possibly can be. So that technically is the best time for you to get yourself involved in that market, right? And for instance, I'll speak for myself. I know that in 2017, there was a bull market in Bitcoin. And for me personally, I didn't know anything about Bitcoin, but some of my friends did. And they had encouraged me to invest, but I really didn't listen. And they start talking about how they were making all this money and things in their lives were going well. So I tried to hop in, but I hopped in at the tail end of the bull market, right before the bear market. And then I wound up losing money. I was bitter, I was upset. And my friends were like, listen to me, it's about to drop off, but if you just be patient and start buying when it drops, it's going to bounce back. Even though I didn't want to, I listened, I followed up, right? And by following up, I got an opportunity to start investing in 2018. And since I started investing in 2018, I found that, or not, it didn't take off for probably an entire year. So we got in probably around $2,000, $3,000 of Bitcoin, or one Bitcoin was like $2,000. And I remember thinking to myself, man, this is never going to make any money. But my friends kept selling me on this idea of not putting $2,000 in or buying a full Bitcoin, but to spend $25 a day on just investing into it, just little by little, and just see what happens. And I remember after a while, that little by little became a significant amount of money as the year went on. And I remember just investing the money and not checking it. And I remember looking one day and Bitcoin had gone from $3,000 to $10,000. And then I was like, man, I wonder if and since I didn't know that much, I was like, man, I wonder if I made money. And my money had grown. And then not only did it go from 10, it then went from 10 to 20. And then at one point it was at 70, right? And the reason I want to talk about investing, I want to use it as an analogy in life, right? If we as people find ways to get into opportunities earlier and then invest a little by little each day and just compound, we grow with that thing, whether that be people, whether that be opportunities, whether that be starting your business, whether that be anything, any aspirations that you have. You aren't going to benefit from the max after that thing is already started to do well, right? They say, buy low, sell high. What's up, Blake? You as a person have to find things that interest you, whether it be yourself, whether it be your friends. Get behind that thing when it's low. So when the thing starts to take off, you can grow with it. But if you try to jump in after that thing is already grown, most cases you've already missed your opportunity to invest yourself. Because the reality of the situation is you're actually trying to find things that you can embed yourself in and grow with it, right? As a person, as an athlete, as a business, whatever the case may be, when I say invest, when I'm talking about investments, I want you guys to take that same idea, buy low, sell high, and apply it to your everyday life. If you want skills, or if you want to say that you want to be on a team, don't wait until you make the team to start investing yourself. You should have already mentally and physically invested yourself in whatever was necessary to make that team far before you made that team. So that when the opportunity comes to make that team, you've already prepared yourself. A lot of times we miss opportunities not because we don't have the ability or the capability of being in that opportunity, is that we waited too late to start preparing. Like, you can't study during the test. You had to have made those or prepared your mind in the way that you see answers well before you take the test so that you can be successful at the test. And I'm sure somebody will see this and say, well, I don't study, I cram. I get that. That may work for some people, but imagine if you not only cram, you also studied, how much more confident you would be in taking that test. If you are in a situation and you are trying to be at your best and you are trying to go as far as you possibly can, you have to invest in yourself far before anybody else will. We too often expect other people to buy into us and give us the things that we need, but we haven't given ourselves those things. We want people to be a fan of our ability when not first being a fan of ourselves. That's not how success works. You have to have the utmost confidence in yourself before you can get somebody else to buy into what it is that you do. I can guarantee you that if you like listen, if you watch those, a lot of those, like those early Kobe interviews are coming out now. He was supremely confident and prepared even before he stepped foot in the NBA, probably even before he stepped foot into high school basketball. We as people have to buy into this idea. When I say invest in yourself, I am speaking about preparing yourself mentally and physically for the opportunities that life are going to present to you. Like I said before, if you try to invest in something that is already taken off, you've already missed the money that you could have made by buying before it took off. For you in life, the opportunities that are going to present themselves, get in early, prepare yourself early so that when your opportunity knocks on your door, you open it and y'all take off together. But if that opportunity knocks on your door and you are not prepared, you say, hold on, opportunity, let me go put something better on. Let me go change my clothes. Let me get myself prepared. You will have missed your opportunity. You have to mentally be in a place so ready to embrace, to receive what it is that you need to do. You actually need to be preparing yourself to be empty-handed enough to take that opportunity, grab it, and then run with it. I remember but I was watching this interview with Will Smith. And I don't know if there's any older people who will watch this, but Fresh Prince for my generation was everything. But I remember watching Will Smith talk about how he got the role of Fresh Prince. And he said that he was already the rapper Fresh Prince, but the show Fresh Prince, which really propelled him into the star that we know him to be today, prior to the slap and all those things. He said that he went to a Quincy Jones party, and this guy named Benny Medina was there. and they offered him the role because they thought that he would be perfect for it. And Benny Medina and Quincy Jones had been talking, and Quincy Jones said, "Okay, cool, you're gonna audition right here and right now." And Will Smith was like, "Man, I'm not ready for that. Can you give me a couple weeks? I come back in 2 or 3 weeks. I'll be ready then." Quincy Jones looked at him and said, "Listen to me. The people that are going to make the decision on who is going to get this role are in the living room right now. So you got 2 choices. You can either get your stuff together now and do this audition and change your life, or you can hope that in 2 or 3 weeks you can get a hold of the execs at NBC." Will Smith looked at him and said, "Give me 10 minutes." He prepared himself and he went, and the rest of his life changed. Too many of us have been given an opportunity, and since that opportunity, we couldn't prepare ourselves then and then, or then in that moment, the opportunity left and went to somebody else. What I'm saying to you is, when it comes to you investing, invest early, prepare early, never late. When I say buy low and sell high, catch it before it takes off. You all, we all, I, you, me, myself, all of us, we all have a gift. It is your job to cultivate that thing now, early, prepare it before you share it with the world. Stop avoiding it. Stop putting it off. That business opportunity, whatever it is, it may not seem like anything now. That's where your gift comes into place. Take that thing, cultivate it, become the catalyst in turning that thing into something so monumental and so large. For every person that doubted you and doubted it, they can't help but say, "Man, I should have got in early." For the people that talk about, "Man, I wish I would have invested in Uber when it was low." Or the people that say, "Man, I wish I would have invested in Zoom calls when they first came out or before COVID." Who knew? The people that are visionaries, who can see the things that will be, are the people in 10 years are going to be the people that you aspire to be. The people that you could have been and wish that you could have been, but you chose to wait until it was a sure thing. My last analogy, or my last example of this, is the story of Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson. After I tell you the story, I'll get off. You guys can enjoy the rest of your rest of your night. And this is why investing in yourself is so important, and investing early in yourself is so important. The story goes, Nike wanted Magic Johnson to be who we know Michael Jordan is today. They offered him the same thing. The problem was Magic Johnson couldn't see what Nike could be. All he knew was they weren't offering him cash. Nike was offering equity. So what he did was he took the safe bet. He took what had already taken off, what was already popular at the time, which was Converse. I believe Converse paid him, I don't know, it was like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And in the 1980s, that was a lot of money. But when Michael Jordan came in, they offered Michael Jordan an opportunity at equity in Nike. Before Nike became the mega conglomerate, massive shoe, whatever it is now, they offered him equity at the beginning. Michael Jordan invested in that Nike. And now, even though Magic Johnson is uber successful, the billionaire that Michael Jordan is, his ability to to be a majority stakeholder in a team, came from that investment into a company that nobody really knew what it could be. See, investing in yourself is you seeing what you are capable of before anybody else is aware of what you are capable of. It is buying into you before people are willing to buy into you. You tell people, "I am my own fan. I am my number one fan." You may not see it now, but I'm telling you, you want to invest in me. And if you don't, it will be too late. I know what I'm capable of. I know that I am like that. I know that I am going to do that. And if you don't get in now, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Don't play catch up. Start with it and grow with it. Not try to hop on the bandwagon after it's already rolling. That's a hard task to do. So at the end of the day, I hope that this made sense for anybody that listens to this. I know that I said a lot. I always say a lot. And I understand that, man, yeah, I'm a tumbling coach. But I believe that the lessons that you can learn from athletics can be applied to life. I believe the lessons that you learn from pretty much everything can be applied to the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. Ask yourself after watching this video, what did I do to invest in the person that I want to be to take me from where I am? And if you don't have an answer to that, then you need to start doing things on a day-to-day basis that allow you to take that investment and turn it into dividends. It's your boy Tumble Chef / Coach Eric signing off. Enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.